Today, if all goes well, I'm going to be installing the Fishman Universal battery pack. So if you have like active pickups or whatever on your guitar, instead of having to have a 9 volts in there, you can use these rechargeable batteries they make. And last week I put the Strat version on, which is it's like a tremolo spring cover. Sticks out kind of far. It turned out pretty well. I had to actually put some holes in it to make it work. I may swap it out for this one, but on my other guitar right now, I'm gonna put on the Universal instead. And I'm not sure that it's actually gonna fit. There were some fit concerns, but we're gonna try. You know, it's funny. I've been doing a lot of Fishman stuff. I did a Fishman acoustic pickup the other day, and right before I did the battery one, I did some Fishman Fluence modern pickups, I think it was. So yeah, been doing a lot of Fishman stuff. I am not endorsed in any way by Fishman, and I don't want anybody to blame them for anything that I say or do. But yeah, let's take a look at what we got here. I've had a very hard weekend. It's going to get crazy today, so this is my chance to do something fun for myself before it gets really ugly today. So open this up. For once, I have a box cutter. Make it a little bit easier. So of course, it's from Sweetwater, so you get your candy. Pull this thing out. So, yeah, I haven't seen in person just how big the... Okay, so here it is. This is the battery. Comes with some double stick tape on it. Looks like it's insulated. You have to figure out where to put this. And then we're also gonna... Wow, that's a nice long cable. What is this? A spare? Some heat shrink that they provide for you. So they really give you everything, which is cool. So it looks like you stick this on. This is gonna be how you plug in the USB. Wow. So this I'm not thrilled about. This whole charging system is so easy to short against a pot or something. I'm not sure how this is gonna fit. The guitar that I put the Strat version on, I have plenty of space in the electronics cavity, especially since I pulled out the spare pot. But because this other one, I bought it specifically so I could get an oil slick tremolo, of all things. And there just may not be that much space on it. We're going to see in a second here. Let me get this stuff out of the way, and then we grab the guitar. Off. Get some tools. What did I just do? Here we go already. Already looking for the stuff. Just had the gun attachment. Grab a screwdriver. Supposed to have a band in here practicing. I'm not sure where they're at. Otherwise, I'd be home sleeping right now. It's been a very long night. So I think the idea is that you put this somewhere in here, drill a hole through and pop it through. You know, I could conceivably fit it in here, maybe. I mean, it's not ideal, but that could actually work decently. It's really close to the springs, though, so I don't know. We'll see if it actually fits in here. I'm a little dubious. Now, one of the reasons for doing it on this guitar is that as much as these LTDs cost, or these ESPs cost compared to the other guitars, the battery door is screwed on. It's a total pain. It's not one of the pop-open ones like you see on even a lot of the cheaper guitars. I don't know why they did that. So I'm going to pull this battery, but I'm going to leave it hooked up so in case the Fishman one ever dies, I can actually switch back to a regular 9-volt battery. Yeah, see, I don't know that I'm going to be able to fit this battery in here or what. You know, maybe I have to put the battery in where the 9-volt slot goes, which might actually be doable. I'm not super sure yet. Let me yeah, I had a dental probe. There we go. So I could possibly put the battery in there. I'm not sure. I could possibly put the battery in the tremolo cavity. That actually might fit. It's awful close though. I could actually put it in the door here. And it is sketchy. Put it through the hole right there. Might be too skinny of a hole, I'm not sure. Yeah, the ground hole's pretty skinny. Battery hole, because it's this connector that would have to go through. Unless, you know, it did come with the this guy right here. So I could use this wiring to wire this in. I'm not sure actually. How does this go? Does one plug go here? No, we'll take a look at that in a second. Okay, this battery. This battery isn't fitting in this. If I took out the tone control, I could probably fit it in here. But like I say, I got this guitar so I could put oil slick in here. I never use the tone control, honestly, ever. I should just take it out, but I really like the I want the oil slick. And then the other thing is if I'm gonna pull out one of these controls, I'm gonna want the volume pot out of the way. I don't like volume pots where they normally are. I'm not sure how bad it is on this guitar. I guess I've been playing this guitar for a long time this way, and it hasn't bothered me. So let me see. Yeah, you know, I'd rather not have the volume pot right here. If I'm going to have it, I'm just going to have the tone control right here. So I could pull the volume pot, put the battery in, and take this out. But, man, then I'm going to lose my piece of oil slick. I don't know. What do you think? Not that I ever use the tone control. That's the sad part. Okay, so that's one way, and I'm probably going to take out this battery indicator light, even though I drilled a hole in my guitar to put it in. I still haven't even taken the plastic off of this thing. Otherwise, I just don't see this. I don't really see this battery fitting anywhere. It can't fit vertically. I'm thinking it could fit right here. If I took the pots out. I'm going to fire up the soldering iron. Get my remote control out of the way. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of an argument with Cliff of Fractal. I think I might have SPDIF clocking wrong after all these years. So I'm fully prepared to eat my words if that turns out to be the case. So Cliff, you will be apologized to if that's the case. Okay. So I gotta fit this. Got to fit this somehow, and I've got to fit this battery somehow. You know, it might be that the battery can actually fit on. If these weren't push-pull pots, I bet this would actually fit just about. Yeah, I can almost fit this thing in here. And I can almost fit it in the tremolo cavity, but boy, it is so close. It's not that bad, actually. But I would still have to drill a hole through, well, maybe not. That's right. We may not have to drill a hole. We got this one, so we got to figure this out. It's male. This is female. Just plug in some other way. Okay, let's look at the wiring diagram here. Okay, so I don't have this output module thing. Okay, universal battery pack. So they mean for, yeah, see, this would fit on my other guitar. I have plenty of space. Drill 1/2-inch hole. And they mean to glue this thing to the electronics cavity cover. This is just so close together. I don't know how it's going to fit. Okay, so the battery goes into here. So there is 2 slots. Where is it? Oh, I see it right here. I did see. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Right here is a slot I can plug the battery into. So I guess this piece goes to the actual wiring, to the pickups and the output jack. Something's weird here though. It's showing. Oh, okay. I'm just having trouble seeing it. Okay, so white is going to ring, black is going to tip, and red is going to go to the pickup power. Okay. So I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna keep the 9-volt in here. Or I'm gonna keep the 9-volt jack in here, so I can always plug in a battery if these all die. I think what I'm gonna do is take out the volume control. Or actually move the volume control to where the tone control is. That should fit. I'm gonna stick this in here and smash it against the wires. Yeah, there's no way that's fitting. But I don't know that I can actually fit both of these in here, even if I do move that pot. This is so close. Like, I don't trust this thing not to short out. That's actually kind of scary to me. That might be just barely fitting. It's gonna be pushing against it. Oh man. Yeah, I think this would fit much better on the other guitar, but the Strat cover thing doesn't fit this guitar at all, unfortunately. Man, this is really, yeah, I'd be smashing this thing. It's not good. So if I move this, yeah, I just don't know if there's actually space in this guitar for this setup. I mean, like I say, I could put this in here. It's possible I could put this in here, but it is just barely touching the springs. Maybe if it was sitting up. No. The battery's touching the spring. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I could file off these edges. I'm really not keen on filing off the battery parts. That sounds sketchy. But that would, if I filed that off, this actually would fit. Or, I'm not sure. If it were stuck here. Trying to see. It may be that this thing's going to sit just high enough over here. That's not going to hit the springs. I don't know. It's so close. I just don't see it fitting in here. Unless I can stick this battery to the floor, which I don't think I can do, but I can try. Let me I'm gonna pull some of this out of here. Okay. So I guess I have, my other choice is to put the Strat one on here and try and put this stuff in the other guitar, but I don't think that's gonna go. Gonna pull these pots off. Just had that special knob puller thing. What did I just do? See, I always think I have all the tools I need right in front of me, and then I just messing with this yesterday. This doesn't always fit everything. Luckily, I got a bunch of sockets to do this. Not sure where I put the 12 millimeter. Okay, not half inch. 7/16 is too small. Yeah, shoot, it's 12 millimeter, of course. Get settled, let me do it. $12mm. Nope. I think that's right. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's 1/2 inch. How come the 1/2 inch one didn't work? Man, these aren't deep enough. Want to do. So this, my thing is set up. So this is volume bypass on this push pull, and the other one is a tone knob bypass. I really don't need the tone control. I don't use them. I just have it on there because I wanted both. Whatchamacall, oil slick things. So I'm gonna take off this battery. Definitely taking off this battery one. I don't know if I should just clip this right now. I'm gonna clip it here. I'm taking off the battery indicator thing. Still a very cool device. I didn't have it on there for long. We hardly knew you. Just in case. Probably hot glue the other knob onto the guitar body just so I can keep my oil slick. Okay, so this pot tone control, I just don't need it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to make this volume control actually reach where the tone control was, so I might have to extend some wires, which won't be the end of the world. But okay, so this is the push pull that I gotta keep clean because this is the entire guitar nerve system here. That does not feel like a good connection. That feels okay. All right, the ground for this pot is my eyes are not ideal for this. Yeah, goodbye pot. Okay, so I got to hook this ground back up. If I'm going to see if I can't fit this guy, if it won't stretch. Did I burn right there? Who are you? Please tell me you're just the ground. Oh, that's not feeling good. Yeah, okay, that's just ground. So if this pot will stretch here, we are all set. Which it seems to. Okay, so can I fit this guy on the ground, on the floor? And I think I might be able to. I think they want it attached in a different way, but it's not so bad. I don't think I can get it to sit flat. That may be okay. I mean, it could just hang around in there. Like, you know, most people that don't have battery doors back in the day, your battery was just flopping around in there, right? So it's not that bad regardless of where this goes. I could hot glue it in to stay put. I could put it right here. It's kind of stuck against the side of the 5-way switch, but it's not bad. This is sitting almost flat. It's hitting the contours down here, which isn't that bad. Think. Yeah, I never use that tone control switch. Okay, so I could hot glue it right here. That would be set. Now, does that mean there's enough space for this guy, and this guy won't short now? Okay, so that's really close to the 5-way switch, which I don't like. Right here would be okay. Gets the wires out of the way. So if I were to clean these wires up, put them on the side here. And really, I could easily lengthen this wires for this pot to get them in a more sensible place. I'm worried about this wire. What is going on here? Oh, it's just the sleeve. Okay, never mind. Okay. If I go like that, get this battery down here. Okay, forget where the battery goes. It'll go. This is the guy I'm worried about. Do not want that to short against anything. These are the battery wires I'm worried about. That's what I'm going to be tying to. Stick these cables down here real clean, like. That's nice. Again, that's not fitting there. I can tie the 5-way switch, or in this case, I think it's a 3-way, but whatever. Could be a tight fit, but not bad. As long as this doesn't short here. And I could probably tape this up somehow. I'm gonna figure out exactly where put this hole. I really do need like interference markers so that I can do this kind of stuff more easily. Not exactly sure how to mock this up. So put this in like this. I think. Yeah, I really need a way to mark this. Of course, you say measure it, but it's not really necessarily that easy to measure. Try. A little slide rule here. If I line this up on the corner, there we go. In between there. I think that's going to be right. I got a 12 millimeter brad point, but not a 13. I'll put a smaller one in there. Now I'll go get a 1/2 inch drill bit. I think I've got some, or I've got files, so either way. I would love to have a drill press. I'm amazed that this plastic is holding back this this drill. Looking for a piece of wood I can just drill right through. All right, well, I hope that's close. I'm gonna go up a couple sizes here. About a 1/2 inch in there. Quarter-inch. Uh-oh. Yeah. Quarter-inch is as big as I got, so I'm gonna do this 12 millimeter, and then it's gonna get this file time. Remember, I used to file everything, so not that it turned out pretty, but oh, and the 12-inch doesn't fit in here. All right. See what? Actually, did they give me two 12-inches? Yes, they did. Well, this is the weirdest drill bit set. They gave me two 12-inch sets. They're two 12-inch bits. Let's see if I can ream this without cutting my fingers off. All right, file it is. Okay. Not gonna be pretty. Oh, you know what I got is a step drill. What's that? Forgot about this guy. Very handy. Not the prettiest. Done. Nice. Clean it up. clean up my all right. Now to see if I actually got this right. So it's got double-sided tape on it. Okay, so it's not closing. I'm figuring I'm hitting something. About. Yeah, what's it hitting? I wish I knew what it was hitting. Is it hitting the 5-way? I could actually bend this 5-way a little bit if it is. Do that. Or 3-way. I keep saying 5-way. This one's not actually set up as a 5-way. Just wondering where this is hitting. I think this is actually right. Okay. Definitely don't want any of the metal touching. That's the scary part of this thing, is if it shorts, man, we're in trouble. So I'm gonna bend this 3-way switch out of the way. I don't like that this bottom is not insulated. It really should be. It's just kind of asking for it. I can put tape on there to insulate it. So this is, I'm pressing on these surface mount parts in order to stick this adhesive. That makes me nervous. Like that, I could easily damage something like that. So this thing's got a hold strong enough just from that tape right there, or that glue, whatever it is, that when I plug the USB cable in, it's not just going to pop this thing off. That is a little bit suspect to me as well. So I'm pressing by the screws, but still, I don't know that really the center's going to get on there. Probably be better to actually screw through this thing. But it does feel pretty stuck. All right. Okay, so it's going. I wish I could see if it was contacting in any way. I'm hyper paranoid about the metal on this thing touching the 3-way switch, so I'm gonna insulate it. Now, I do have liquid tape, and that would probably be a great way to insulate this thing. And whatever I add to this is going to make it harder for it to fit. So that's another concern. I mean, it is really close, and like I say, it's not perfectly measured. And it could be that I'm just being paranoid, but I'd rather be paranoid than have a wire fire in my guitar. I'm adding some tape for insulation. Really, where's my scissors? Fire up the hot glue gun while I'm here. I know I have some scissors right here somewhere. I use scissors. Wow. I could insulate this with hot glue too. That's actually a great way to do it. But not very nice. So this should be good. Kind of. Oh, so here's something I didn't really think about. The battery's got a plug in right there, so that may not actually fit. Right, where's the battery? Battery has got to fit right there. Well, that'll be okay. Okay, good. All right, let me yeah, I'm really sketched about this. I'm not sure this tape is as sticky as it's going to make me very confident. I think they should have insulated this whole bottom. That actually makes me nervous. It's the same thing with the Strat battery. It's also set in a way like that, which is making me very paranoid. Let me bolt this pot down real quick. Seriously, this half-inch one should have worked. Is it? What was the problem here? Why this isn't grabbing? Crappy setup. Swear that's 12 millimeter. Okay. Well, I think I can just so this guy's got double stick tape to it too. I might hot glue gun the battery in. I don't think this is gonna stick very well to the floor here, but I could be wrong. So let me check that first before I do anything else. Oh yeah, that ain't staying there. This is a job for hot glue. All right. Okay, then I need to wire this guy to okay. One side's going to ground. Okay, black is going to sleeve and white is going to ring. Pull this jack out. I actually prefer this kind of jack rather than the barrel jack. When the barrel jacks go bad inside, there's really nothing you can do about it, as far as I've ever found. Okay. You get a 1/4 inch TRS so I can figure out who's tip and who's ring and who's sleeve. Bummed that I showed up for this band, they didn't show up. Let's see. Today is gonna be a hard day. Tomorrow's gonna be way worse. Let's see who's who here. Actually, I may as well put this through first. So the only one that matters here is going to be the white wire because I'm going to tie the ground outside this. I have a feeling that the ring is only going to the battery. You know what? Maybe I'll just be on the safe side and I'll put these both through. So won't hurt anything. This will reach no matter what. Hopefully I don't have to do any fish taping in here. I don't think so. The white one, black one. Through the other way. No. Multimeter. Figure out who's ring and who's tip. Okay, here's the ring. Okay, that's ring. The other one should definitely be sleeve. Okay, so that's sleeve. Okay, so white is ring. I don't know if you can see this. This is some old solder. Okay, there's old solder and there's bold solder, but there's no old bold solder. Together. Okay. Now I think all that's really left to do is solder this guy. Remove the old shrink wrap. And then this thing came with its own shrink wrap somewhere. I've got piles of shrink wrap. Yep. Let's see if this is going to actually do. Like I said, I'm leaving this so that the old 9-volt battery is still intact, or the 9-volt battery connector. So if this ever dies and I need to throw a 9-volt battery in, I should be able to. Twist these up and then pull the shrink wrap over it if I can. Let's see. I'll twist them up, solder them. Oh. I do actually have a heat gun, but rarely ever use it for this function. Okay, plug it in and we should be ready to go. I don't know that this thing is charged. I may put a dab of hot glue to hold these wires in place. Probably do it after I test this, but Let's live bravely. And of course, I can always just pull it off, so no big deal. Oh, and there was one more ground to hook up. Oops. Let's do that in a second since this hot glue dries. Okay. This guy right here. There's plenty of spots to tag this onto. My main concern is still this guy shorting out. It's not going to short out anywhere over here, but it's this three-way that I'm worried about. Okay, that's closing fine. We'll throw some wood screws in. Not going to screw this all the way together yet. I think this is gonna be way easier to do on my other guitar. Maybe I just leave that Strat, leave the Strat one on there on the other guitar. I see it charging up right now. In fact, pull this off. Let's plug in the charger and see if it puts the right color out. Okay. Let's turn red, and it should be red because this is not charged, you know. Now, there's two machine screws for the battery door. Please tell me I didn't just throw a machine screw in here. So I'm just leaving that battery sitting. Yes, I used the machine screw. Whoops. Sorry. That was dumb. Now, if anybody knows, I want to get a tremolo spring cover template to recess route a fender-sized tremolo spring. I have a feeling I'm going to get one more guitar. I'm going to get like one of those kit guitars or a bolt-on or something. I'm going to end up putting the Fender or the Strat version of this thing on that guitar and put another universal on my main guitar. Yeah, I bought a bag of these black wood screws from Amazon. It's like the handiest thing, you know. Think of how many times you've lost your guitar wood screws. They have a bag of them you can just always swap out. Put this over. And because I'm still an oil slick nut, I'm going to put this knob on here, even though it's not going to do anything. And even though it's in the place where I don't want it. You know, I'm such a form follows function kind of person, but when it comes to oil slick, I'm willing to do dumb things. I don't know why that is. It's you know, it's in the BMX DNA that oil slick is just irresistible. Now I've destroyed the finish by putting the hot glue on like this. And I really don't care. That's how sad that is. It's oil slick addiction. I don't know. Is that actually worse than when it was in the... Did I miss? I don't know. Okay. Okay, what are the chances of this actually working? Let's find out. Now, I don't know how dead the charge is, but I'm sure it's somewhat charged. I don't know if you can play with it plugged into the charger or not. And last time we tried this, it was making this weird crackly noise. And it turned out it was a sample rate mismatch, and I don't know if it's OBS. Did OBS swap my sample rates on me? Let's look at oops. Let's look at, let me sing. Tell me 48K, so this should be right. Okay. Go to 25. Then if this works, after this I'm gonna clean up, and I gotta remake some of my Helix presets for my Dio tribute band. So this guy, and I'll plug it in. Ooh. This guitar feels bad. Lower the action. Now I don't have the scallop check if this really feels weird or if it's just me being weird. I'm gonna grab the other guitar, because there's a possibility it's not getting as much voltage as it needs, or may not be charged yet too. Okay, where's the charger? I'm gonna plug it back in. That's weird seeing the USB cable hanging out of the back of the guitar. Okay, I gotta screw in the screws. I'm just gonna check the guitar real quick, and if it works, check my other guitar, my main guitar. Funny, I play this Agile, it's cheap Agile. It just feels better. I don't know what that is. But whatever. I'll check it after I really charge this thing up. So, all right, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna get ready for my hellacious day, and I'm gonna do some fixing up of some presets. So I will see you guys later.